Okay, everybody, we're going to go ahead and do the solo to Stairway to Heaven. A lot of people have been requesting this one, so I thought I'd oblige and go ahead and teach it to you. The only thing we're going to do that's maybe a little different from some of the other lessons is I'm going to go ahead and go, some of the lessons I go fast on, some of them I go slow, but this one I think is a solo that everybody wants to play, whether you've been playing 5 minutes or been playing 10 years if you've never actually played the solo. So we're going to go ahead and learn this one at a slow pace. I'm going to repeat it a lot and make a lot of different videos for it, so it's broken up into manageable sections. So again, if you want, this is the first video for that. If you want all the other videos, you can get those at www.mikesguitarlessons.com, and the whole solo will be there. And let's go ahead and see how much we can get done in this 10-minute video here. So I'll stop talking and get to it. All right, we're going to start off with our first note of the solo. What you're going to do is I want you to use 3 fingers here to help press this note down. But it's going to be first finger in the 5th fret of the G string, middle finger in the 6th fret of the G string, and third finger in the 7th fret of the G string. Remember, the G string is the 3rd string from the bottom, and I've got these fingers lined up right here because I want them to help me bend the note up that we're going to play here. I'm also going to wrap my thumb around the top of the neck of the guitar, so I've got something to push against, and instead of lifting my guitar up a whole lot, I'm actually just going to push against my thumb. Okay? So this is the only finger that's playing the note, the 7th fret on the G string. Okay? Now what we're going to do here is play this note and actually bend it up and vibrato it at the top. Remember, a vibrato is kind of like this when you shake the guitar string. I'm sure you've seen people do that before. But the hard part here is we have to do that at the top of our bend and hold that note up there. There's a tendency to let the notes fall when you do that. But you just work on this first note and see if you can get it right. Bend the note up and vibrato it at the top. Okay, that's what it calls for. Now after that, you're going to go ahead and kind of use a pentatonic scale here that you might be used to, but it goes out of first position a little bit. So here's, if you've learned the pentatonic scale. So here's what you do after that note. You've got that first bent note. Then you're going to take your first finger and you're going to play the 5th fret of the E string, the skinny one. You can see that. So play that note. Then you're going to play the 8th fret of the B string, and I do want you to use your pinky. Hopefully you're used to playing the pentatonic scale and this will feel comfortable to you. So use your pinky in the 8th fret of the B string, then 5th fret in the B string, on the B string with your first finger. Okay. Then 7th fret on the G string, and you're going to pull off the 5th fret on the G string. So, alright, so what we've got so far is this. Okay, one more time. Okay, now we're going to keep going. So now we're going to go 7th fret on the D string with our 3rd finger. Then we're going to actually go back. You've got your 3rd finger here playing the 7th fret on the D string. I want you just to kind of lean back and roll back on the G string again, because you don't want to pick your finger up, move it, and then put it back down. It takes too much time. So after you play the 7th fret on the D string, then I just want you to lay your finger back and play the 7th fret on the G string. Okay, then we're going to continue down after that again. So now we're going back to 5th fret on the G string. Okay, so far we've got okay. Alright, now we're going to continue to the D string now. 7th fret on the D string with our 3rd finger. Then we're going to play 5th fret on the D string with our 1st finger. And I used to play this note here with my pinky on the A string, but I think the true way to play it is you're going to go down here to the 3rd fret on the D string. So you can do it that way, but I'm going to teach it as the 3rd fret on the D string right there. So you're going to play that note twice. You're going to play it once and then play it again and vibrato it. Okay? Not a bend, but just a vibrato. Okay? So all together that's going to sound like this. And then down to the 3rd fret. Okay? One more time. Okay, work on that riff, and we're going to go, we've got time, so I'm going to go ahead and go into the next riff. So practice that first one at a slow speed, then start to speed it up, and keep it clean. That's the main thing, is try not to go fast before you're ready. Let's go into the second riff now. I changed this one a little bit too from the way I used to play it. Same notes, but different positions. So I just wanted to make sure everything was correct here, because this is an important one. Everybody loves it so much. So we're going to go to the 12th fret on the G string. Okay, so that's my 12th fret. Remember, it's the double dots. I've got my 3rd finger there. And again, I'm going to line my middle finger and my 1st finger up behind it, but they're all on the G string. And this 3rd finger is the only one playing the note. Okay? Now, I'm going to play this note and bend it up, but then I'm going to use my pinky, keep it free and out in front of the guitar. Don't tuck it back here. I'm going to keep it out front so I can play the 13th fret on the B string. Okay? So what we're going to do is play that 12th fret on the G string. Okay? Then we're going to use our pinky to play 13th fret on the B string twice while we still got this note bent up. So it's going to sound like this. Okay? 12 on the G, 13 on the B. Okay? After that, you can take your hand off. I like to bend with my 3rd finger when I can, so I pick my hand back up off the strings and I bend this 13th fret on the B string with my 3rd finger. Okay? And you have to bend it that far. It's a whole step bend, so that's the note you want to hit. Okay? So what we've got is, okay? One more time, slowly. Okay? Then we're going to let our note back down. We don't have to hear it come back down, but we're going to bring it back down and just play 13th fret on the B string again with our 3rd finger. Then 10th fret on the B string. Okay? Sorry, 10th fret, not 11th. So then 13th on the B. And then 10th on the B. There, got it right that time. And then you're going to slide up to the 12th fret. I usually go from the 10th fret or the 11th, but use your middle finger here and play that note and slide up from, let's just say, the 11th to the 12th. Okay? And that's on the G string. So together that is, 13th fret. And then 13th normal on the B string, not bent. Then 10th fret on the B. And then 11 to 12 on the G with our middle finger. Okay? Now, that looked like a little bit of an awkward angle, so I'm going to play that one more time, and it looks like our 10 minutes is just about to run out, so let me go that far. Okay, so again, I'm going back to the 12th fret on the G string, and starting at that point. This is the beginning of our second riff. Okay, now I'm kind of stopping in the middle of that riff, but if I make the video too long, it won't fit on YouTube. So again, if you want to have all the rest of the videos, you can go to www.mikesguitarlessons.com. Which it is not up yet because this is mid-September, but mid-October it's going to be up and running and all the videos will be ready. But I may put a second video on here too to get you guys